Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be reviewing Big City Greens Season 2 episode oh jeez, what episode was it again? I'm losing track. I'm pretty sure it's 19. In the comments below you can tell me if I'm wrong or not, but when I look back into which episode it is, I'll put the correct title. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is episode 19. And if you can probably tell, you probably can't, so yeah, that's probably good. But if you can probably tell, my voice isn't 100%. It's doing better, but that was one of the main reasons why I didn't do a video yesterday. But I'm gonna try to do episode 19 and episode 20 today. Yeah, that's what I want to do. By any chance, if I just do episode 19 today, it's just how it is. Even though I don't like any odd numbers, I don't usually do that. But you know, I'm gonna try to do that. So yeah, I'm planning on doing episode 19 and 20 today, and Monday. What I actually want to do is, guess what? I guess a special announcement. I was gonna, talk about that yesterday, Saturday, but on Monday, instead of just doing episode 21, which would be the follow up. It would be the big episode of the follow up of today's episode, not episode 19, but episode 20 of the big thing that's gonna happen. I'm not gonna spoil what it is. You have to wait for the episode. Hopefully, my throat doesn't ruin it, but I'm sure it's fine. I'm just overreacting. But anyway, what I am planning to do on Monday is actually get back to the Owl House, and yeah, Monday you should get season 2 episode 11 called Follies at the Government Day Parade, and on Wednesday you should get episode 12, my reviews, episode 12 called Elsewhere and Elsewhen. So yeah, that's Monday and Wednesday. And I kind of wanted to not just put it on one day, because usually I don't do reviews like that. And also, I haven't gone back in the Owl House since like 5 months to like half a year ago. It's been a long time. So I kind of want to space it out so it's not just all Monday. So that's Monday and Wednesday. And episode 21, which would be the big episode, that will be on Saturday, and episode 22, which would be, I would say, kind of after the climax of I would say like the ramifications. Again, I'm not gonna say what it is or which character are doing what in which place, and I can say that, but that'll be on Sunday. So was that everything before I start my review? Yeah, is that everything? Also, gotta shave. Just a little update. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, before we get to this, where it's this fun time, we're in an arcade. We first, I really, actually no, because I just remembered, today is a Remy big episode, so that's really cool. And I like the title cards where it's called present tense, and it's on a pizza box, and Cricket steps over it because he's just too excited to get to the arcade, which this is like Chuck E. Cheese in a way. Yeah, I would say it's like Chuck E. Cheese. And well, what's this place called? Cheezers or something? Yeah, I think it's called Cheezers. And everyone's here. I don't know why Alice is here. I'm glad, because I think her plot, her what do I want to say? Her B plot? Yeah, because Cricket and Remy had the A plot, Alice has the B plot, and Tilly and Bill had the C plot. I just had to say Alice is my favorite one. Just, I have reasons. Especially with Tilly, I just have a problem. If you if you've been watching my reviews for like a long time, you remember the whole moles situation. Not the mole in the face, the mole, the creature. Which Tilly, she keeps on going back and forth. Again, the episodes are spread out, so you probably don't remember. Back, I would say, early season 1. What's it called? Mama Bird. It was in the very beginning of the episode where Tilly was saying to like, "Oh, you know, Cricket and I gonna dig holes, and maybe we'll find moles, and I can live among them." Because Tilly's kind of weird like that. She loves animals. Then at the season finale, again, spoilers for season 1, where Cricket bought his own place with Remy, and Tilly made a statement that's like, "Oh no, we had the moles that infest Papa's garden." Remember that. Even later in the episode, Bill said, "Oh, it's probably those pesky moles," because Cricket was the owl in the back painting the fence because that's what he's supposed to do. But it's a whole situation. But Bill acknowledged, "Oh, maybe it's probably just the moles again." So Tilly was the first one especially in the episode, also in the Big City of Green universe, that moles intrude into Bill's garden / Grandma's garden. They shared the garden. Did they intrude into the garden? Tilly's the one who pointed it out first. And in this episode, they have like a B plot where Tilly goes, I don't want to say environmental, which kind of makes sense for a character. But she says, "Papa, what are you doing? Why are you..." This is like a whack-a-mole game, and it's, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Oh, I'm just whacking the moles. It's part of the game. And also, moles are pests." And, pests deserve a pumpkin and hugging. And Bill gets really into it, which I find kind of funny, also kind of weird. But, Bill, you do you. But Tilly's like, "Oh, who are you?" But I'm like, "Tilly, you're the one who pointed out about the invasive..." Not really invasive species, Bill points that out, but about how moles infest Papa's garden. That's what you point out, Tilly. So I don't mind when the character goes environmental. I just, in my perspective, just don't overdo it with the character, so you don't override it. Which I don't think they did it with Tilly, but don't like change a character. Like, even I know like from the season 1 finale to this episode, it's like a big gap apart. Like, so much stuff has happened, and maybe it would have been fine if we had some development where Tilly, but no, even Tilly should have mentioned it, or Bill should have mentioned it, or something that, you know what I would have done? Yeah, I would have done this, and this would have fixed this whole situation. When Cricket's trying to make a statement like, "Oh, this is paradise," and we have, what was it, like a hole in the wall, Tilly says like, "Oh, dude, that's a pretty good hole in the wall," but she still makes her statement about, "Our family home may not be perfect, but I wouldn't change it for the world," and she just goes, and then when Cricket's painting the fence and making a ruckus because with all the paint buckets and stuff making noise, Bill comes out, "Oh, it's probably those pesky moles again." I was like, "Oh," and that's kind of, we get some, not plot, but a little detail about moles infest the garden. And then we get to this episode where Tilly's kind of like, "What are you doing?" So because Tilly doesn't know that moles infest the garden, if you just gloss over the fact that Tilly doesn't see them, but you think she would, but if we just gloss over that part. And then Tilly's like, "Papa, what are you doing?" And moles are invasive species. And Tilly goes on to thing where moles are precious creatures, and they don't know any better. And then they kind of go into conflict, and where Tilly kind of realizes there are some aspects of farming that I don't really agree with. And then Tilly and Bill kind of go on a conflict resolution type of thing, and then they come together. And I think that would have been way better. But that one line in the season 1 finale, maybe, I don't want to say this, but part of me kind of thinks that maybe the creators kind of hoping the audience might forget that one line and just forget about it, or Tilly might have amnesia or something. But I don't, so I remember it. Yeah, this situation would have been way better, and this would have been a really good plot for Bill and Tilly also. If Tilly just didn't say that line, and Bill would have said it and said, "Oh, moles infest the garden," and Tilly loves animals. So that would have been a great conflict, but Tilly, you mentioned it, so it kind of ruins it, but... We didn't even get to that part yet. I just kind of wanted to get that out of the way. I'm sorry if I ruined the review for you. If you love Tilly so much, oh, Tilly, why did you have to get amnesia? It's not even real amnesia, it's cartoon amnesia, where the characters forget about something that they mentioned before, and you just don't have to worry about it. I'm like, I want to worry about it. It's called character. Part of the character. Especially since Tilly loves animals. It's her whole thing, and she mentioned something about the animal. It's kind of like how in that, what was it called, Tilly's Goat, where Tilly knows Melissa's name because they had the psychic connection, and then Tilly, for some reason, oh, what's this go? And she just forgets Melissa's name. That does not make any sense, but whatever. Anyway, so that is Tilly and Bill's episode. That's my little gripe on that. With the Cricket and Remy one, I would say I absolutely loved it. I mean, spoilers, Cricket cutting out the power so he can get as many tickets as he could, but it's for a, not really a good reason, but to get Remy that present. And you know what? I'm just gonna start the episode because it kind of goes into that. But Bill basically says, "Oh, Cricket, slow down," and they get to the arcade and say, "Oh no, I can't slow down. Not Remy's birthday." It's like, "Oh, cool, it's Remy's birthday," and he's turning 10, double digits. Love it. And so that proves that Remy is the youngest of the trio between Tilly, Remy, and Cricket. Because Cricket is already 10, I'll say 10, 10 and a half. Remy just turned 10, and Tilly is 11, 11 and a half. Because she claimed that she was a pre-teenager, so yeah, she's like 11, 11 and a half, around then. She's not officially 12 yet. I'll actually like to get a Tilly birthday. That'd be pretty cool. So basically they're here, and we see a bunch of kids. We see Kiki, we see Benny, we see Weezy, which are those side characters that are friends with Remy also. They don't have too much screen time, but they're there. That's nice. And then also, Remy is basically telling her, his mom, "Oh, they're here, they're here." And then they're like, "Oh, happy birthday, Remy." And they say, "Oh, you guys ready for a great time?" And Alice is like, "Oh, you mean like play potato peeler?" He's this army dude. He's like, "Oh, 1, 2, 3." And she's like, "I did enough of that in the war. Just call me when this is over." And I'm kind of like, I guess it's just family time, but I'm like, Alice, I don't think you had to come unless Remy wanted her, because they had that moment. What was it called? Cricket's shoes. Was that the episode where Remy and Alice hanged out that one time? But I'm not sure that'll be enough for Alice to go to his birthday. I don't know. Maybe they forced her to come, but I mean, I'm fine with her here because again, she has the best plot. But and she's like, "Just call me when this is over." I was like, "Okay." And then "Oh, hey, Cricket, you want to check out the arcade games with me?" "Oh yeah, sure." And then what was her name? Rosita or Rochelle? I keep getting those names mixed up. One of those two. The mom's like, "Oh, wait, birthday boy. Your grandma needs to call you. Wish you happy birthday." Classic birthday stuff. Like your grandparents, your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, they want to call you. And so they'll cut into my Cricket time. The hanging out with them. And then Cricket said, "Oh, I need to give you a present in the present table anyway." He's like, "Oh, okay." So Remy went to go call his grandmother, and then we have Vasquez guarding the presents, which is good because Remy has expensive gifts. Yeah, kids will, not as friends, but someone might break in and take his stuff. Especially since this is still a public place, unless they rented out the whole thing. But I would assume so. This is still a public place where people are still playing. So yeah, one of them could like snatch it. So pretty good that Vasquez is here. And then Vasquez, "Oh, Master Cricket, did you have a present for Master Remy?" "Oh yeah, sure." And he has this bouncy ball. It's okay, but Cricket doesn't have enough money, so what are you gonna do? And he's like, "Oh, very good. I'm just gonna put it with the rest." And then you just see a mountain of presents. I have a little gripe. This a little thing. I'm not sure if it's a rich person thing, but there's like a giraffe there. It's pretty funny. But is it covered with wrapping paper? I don't think it can breathe. Just gonna put that out there. Again, I don't want to put a gripe in the episode, but when I first saw that, I was like, it gave me like a bad feeling. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just going crazy. And this is where I thought it was gonna be great development, but again, from the beginning to almost to the end, it was a great plot point because when Cricket's like, you see the look in his face. Those are Remy's presents? And Vasquez says, "Oh yeah, Master Remy keeps on getting the best presents ever. Like he's flourished with them." Because Vasquez used more sophisticated words. I just can't really think of them right now. And then Remy's son was calling his grandmother. And he said, "Oh wow, look at all these presents, Cricket. Which is yours?" And Cricket's kind of very nervous. He's like, "Oh, mine's a really good one." And I was kind of, they don't really acknowledge this, which frustrates me because to me, I thought this was going to be a great episode in discussing, I would say, Cricket's financial situation. That Cricket isn't very well laid off than Remy. And Remy and Cricket are kind of aware of it, but Cricket was always a headstrong type of dude. Always optimistic and mischievous, but very optimistic. He never really talked about how much money he had. Well, I guess that one episode where Cricket, not Cricket, Remy was just like, you wasted his money away because of celebrity told him to. That was really the only episode, but again, they didn't really talk about Cricket's financial situation too much. It was mainly about Remy. But here, I thought they were gonna do something at the end of the episode where Cricket tells Remy, like, I thought I was gonna lose you as a friend because I can't buy expensive gifts for you. And when I saw that giraffe, I just saw all those because even the dad, what was his name, Russell? He's like, "Here, Vasquez, help me carry this. This is the biggest bouncy ball in all of Big City." I'm like, it's so big, it bounced Cricket's ball like out of the table. That's how massive it was. Even better wrapping. And I thought it was gonna be a situation where Cricket was gonna, tell Remy, like, like, I'm sorry, I just couldn't get you a good gift. And I thought Remy was gonna say, "Hey, like, we're best friends. You don't need to, like, worry about, like, your money. I know you and your family are not very well laid off, but I still love you guys, and, like, but I wish you would have not just spent the whole day just trying to get tickets." But I'm gonna explain that in a little bit. I know I'm just going all over the place. And so Cricket said, "Oh, I got you a really good one." And then he just kicks the ball away. And the Kiki shows up. She has a couple lines. "Oh, hey, Remy, you gonna try again to get that T-Rex this year?" And he's like, no, I'm not gonna try again because he doesn't say it's like a waste of time, but kind of it is. The big prize. And Cricket said, "Oh, what big prize?" Because Cricket's kind of thinking, I can get this from Remy. Not necessarily prove his worth. I don't want to, like, make up stuff, but it kind of felt like, what do I want to say? Earn his place, or I don't know. But anyway, so Cricket's thinking, I can really get this from Remy, and prove that something. Um, and basically, what was it? Benny's like, "You're being very mean to Cricket." He's like, "Well, you mean the best prize ever? Were you born in a dum dum hole?" And then Cricket just shows his face like, "Benny, what the heck?" And Remy's like, "Don't listen to Benny, okay, Cricket. Look, it's a big T-Rex, and it's like, oh, but like, it's only worth 10 million tickets, and like, oh, it's not worth it. But oh, he has the cutest sunglasses that he couldn't put on by himself. He's like, oh, he's so adorable. He has tiny sunglasses." And then Cricket said, "Oh, don't worry, Remy. I'm gonna get you that T-Rex." And again, since we already talked about the whole Tilly and Bill plot, I'm just gonna, I don't want to say skip over it, but skim it. Basically, Bill's like, "Oh, what should we play? Air hockey? What was it? Air hockey. I can't remember the other ones. I just remembered air hockey because they mentioned it twice. And basically, and it's like, "Oh, here, look what the whack-a-mole," and Tilly thinks he's cute because she doesn't remember anything. And Bill's kind of like, "Oh, Tilly, that's not how you play. And let me show you Papa how it's done." He just, this is so crazy. He just bum 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 bum, like, he's just bonking him. And Tilly's like, "Oh, who are you?" And we get to the Alice plot, and basically, I wish I could play this clip, but my 2 clips I'm gonna play are Alice clips, so it's gonna be great. But she's like, "Oh, how to get dragged to a place like this." And then we had this lady who's like, "Oh, can someone help me? I lost my youngest, Brian. Oh, he has a, what did he say? He has an orthodontist appointment at 4 or something." Then we get a flashback, not really flashback, but a voiceover in Alice's head because the mom says, like, "Oh, he's lost," and then it echoes, "Lost, lost, lost. And then I just love this. I don't know what. I wait, no. Alice said that she has a purple heart. So in the comments, tell me what does a purple heart stand for? Of what rank is she? General? Is she captain? Is she sergeant? Private? What is it? And basically, you have flashbacks of, oh, Alice, oh, he's stuck down there. Oh, we gotta move. It's like, no, General, we got code. And Alice says out loud, never leave a man behind. So I guess she got that guy out of there. Huh. Good on her. Oh, hopefully he's okay. Maybe we get to meet him. Who knows? I'm assuming he was. I'm pretty sure Alice said he in the flashback voiceover. I'm pretty sure it was he, but I could be wrong. Then again, I love Alice. Don't worry, ma'am. I'll get your son. Hopefully in one piece. And she's, oh, thank you, angry lady. Again, she said, he has an orthodontist appointment. Then, we get to here. I'm sorry, I was talking for a long time, so. And Cricket accidentally pushes this kid. And look at the girl in pink. She's crying like, oh my goodness. Cricket, no. And then Cricket's just trying to cram as many games, like the basketball. Next game! It's like this jump rope type of game. Next game! High speed Zappo? We see this Remy can't keep up. It looks skee ball. X7 Moto. And then Remy said, ooh, we're really blasting through these games. And then earlier they were doing like a tango game, which is pretty funny. And even Remy said, oh, this is really fun to do 2 players instead of just me doing 1 player tango. I do 1 player tango. I thought that was pretty funny. And he even mentioned the Kawaii photo booth and said, oh, how does this game and that game tickets the worth? And she said, oh no, just Kawaii memories. And this Tango Supreme game, it doesn't do any tickets, it's just for fun. Oh, it will be more fun blasting through as many games as possible. And Remy says, oh, okay. And it's like, and then we see the parents again, which is really nice. And then, oh, I got the last present. I think it's cake time to open their presents. And then Remy's like, oh, what do you say, Cricket? And Remy's about to throw a ball. And then Cricket's like, oh, I got an idea. And then Remy's like, hey, doesn't cheating take the fun out of it? And Cricket's like, oh no, I'm having a great time. See? Woo! And there's a quiet photo booth. And we had these 2 best friends. Like, oh, we will be best friends forever. And Remy's like, we have Tilly. We can with the moles. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're very cute, Tilly. But let me show Papa stun. Oh my goodness. Those poor moles. But again, this whole Tilly scene. Tilly, you're the one who mentioned this to us. Sorry, I'm going to try to let it go. I'm not going to try to get up. But again, see, Bill's even saying, moles are pests and pests deserve a big bonky on the noggin. They're playing this rat game, VR mouse simulator. Oh, so they have VR here. He's like, okay, tickets, come on. And look at poor Remy. Oh, there's only 1 ticket. Remy, I'm sorry, not a very fast mouse. And he's like, oh, come on. And then even Cricket is a good best friend in a way by saying, see, Remy's really tired. Well, how about you take a break on a pony and I'll just get the rest of the tickets for you. By saying, in Cricket's own weird way, if I get more tickets and better, speed, I can get him that T-Rex because I just gotta get it for him. But Remy doesn't care about that. Remy's like, no, Cricket, please don't leave without me. Look at Alice. Earlier in the B plot, where Alice met this little girl. He said, oh, you have seen a kid named Brian? Oh, Brian, yes, but he made it to No Kids Land, which is No Man's Land. I wonder if No Man's Land is actually a real thing in this universe, which probably is, since Alice was in the war. We heard, I don't want to say gunfire, but we heard explosions. So, and Alice mentioned she has a purple heart, so maybe there is a No Man's Land. Oh, what? I really hope we get a flashback. And look at Brian. It's basically the little girl saying, like, you can't let me go back in there. And she's like traumatized, and she's like, Addie, soldier, like, you can go home now. The soldier can come home. And he's like, well, what do you want? And then I was like, easy boy, I'm not gonna hurt you. And oh my goodness, look at No Kids Land. Oh hey, easy kid, I'm gonna get you back to your mama, okay? Oh, you gonna take me back? But I'm not going back. And I just want to play this right here.
Outside, I'm just a regular kid, but in the jungle, agent, I'm king. What are you?
Sorry, I don't want to play too much. I just love how Alice just has to deal with this little kid. He's like, I'm king in the jungly gym, and Alice is like, what's wrong with you? Again, Tilly's more. Okay, I thought this was kind of too much, but Tilly unplugs. No. I hate it when my finger slips, especially when it's a scene I don't want to play. No. Please do not strike me down. That was an accident. But Tilly unplugged the machine. You do not do that. Do not unplug the machine. I know older cartoon characters. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. And look at that. Despite this whole horrible scene right here, take a look at that. That's the thing in the wood. The king's I would say like Kane, like the jester thing, is the mascot. I think it's pretty cool. So he must have got it here, or it was a previous souvenir from a long time ago, maybe. And he said, "Oh, Moses, serve respect," but you mentioned the. Okay, never mind. Never mind. And I love how Cricket just. This is like my favorite part where Cricket just goes in and doesn't understand what's going on. And Bill's like, Tilly, moles infest. They're invasive. And then Tilly's like, would you whack me if I was a mole? And then Bill says, if you were a mole, you would not be my daughter. So yes. Wow. And Cricket kind of has that idea. This is like my own favorite scene because it has like plot sort of for the episode where Cricket's like, every time they plug in and unplug the machine, tickets come out. But during the speaker, so it's time for cake and presents. Oh, got an idea. Snuggly Pete's pizza. Oh, okay. And look at poor Remy's like there, and I guess he got cleaned up. It's just no more sweat. And then Remy's like, oh hey Tilly, Mr. Green, where's Cricket? And then Tilly's like, I am not sure. I was too busy trying to stop a whack-a-maniac. I'm trying to let it go, but this was a little much. At least for me. He's like, oh Kevin, just put the mask on. They won't see you crying. Was that really necessary? I don't know. It just seemed like it came out of nowhere. But he's like, oh, this is a power switch. Time to give Remy the best present ever. Benny with the pizza. And oh no. And then, what was his name? Brian? And I just want to play this right here.
Sorry, son. I'd never leave a man behind.
Yeah. I just love that where Alice grabs Brian. Sorry, son, I never leave a man behind. And then they just do like a free fall into the what do you call it, the ball pit. So I just love that. Alice is just at the absolute best. And Cricket's like, okay, to tend to, and he just does many games as possible. Well, not do them, but he just gets the tickets. And yeah, Vasquez crying because it's Remy's birthday. Wait, what did the cake look again? Where's the cake? Okay, so Cricket's game made tickets, and look at this. Oh my goodness, look at Cricket. Oh, poor guy. He's like, is this enough for the T-Rex? Oh, let me count. 1, 2. Oh yeah, 10,000 exactly. Here you go. Thank you. And then look at this. Okay, I just wanted to confirm that he's turning 10. Yeah, just 10 candles right here. And I just love the cake with the strawberries and stuff like that. And Remy's about to blow the candles, really sad because Cricket's not here. And then Cricket says, and many more. And then, no kids, wet floor. And he's like, what? And he just slips. The T-Rex falls in the cake. The candles go to the sprinklers. And, everything's wet. The cake's ruined. And then Cricket say, "Oh, happy birthday, Remy." And Remy just goes under the table, which I thought they were gonna have the conversation about Cricket's financial situation, but they didn't. I had the same problem with the Ghost of Molly McGee. If you watch my review with Libby's birthday, where they mentioned that, oh, the bookstore isn't doing so well. And Mom said, oh, that's why Libby doesn't want a big birthday, is because she was sacrificed. And then Libby is her birthday, so she has her own right, which I totally agree with. Where she says, no, Molly, I just wanted to do a small birthday with you and probably your family. I just want to spend time with you. Then right after, I would have preferred Molly to say, oh, Libby, I just saw you were sacrificing, and because I heard your bookstore was in trouble, I just wanted to help. Sorry about that. But Molly never mentioned that. So that kind of infuriated me. And this is where even Craig said, hey, I got you that T-Rex you liked. And Remy said, I get cool presents every year. This would have been the first time I spent a birthday with a best friend. And it all kind of blew up by going with ticket hunting. And then Remy's like, yeah. And it's like, oh, you know what? The cake's soggy, but cake is cake. But what do you want to do? Well, let's do the kawaii photo booth. Yeah, sure, we'll do the koala photo booth. Okay. Kawaii is kind of hard to say, so I don't blame Cricket for that. And then even Bill and Tilly say, oh, we can learn from that. Like, they got along. So how about let's do a new game? Yeah, air hockey. Pucks are meant to be hit. And we have basically, Cricket and Remy doing the kawaii photo booth. Oh, let's do the ears. And they had a great time. Okay. I just have a problem where Remy says, like, oh, I get cool presents every year. I just want to spend it with a best friend. And Craig said, I really blew it by doing ticket hunting. And then Remy said, yeah. And then right after, I would have preferred Cricket to say, like, Remy, listen. Like, because it seems kind of half empty that Cricket says, like, oh, I got the present that you liked. Okay, and, because, like, it felt like this would be a perfect time for Remy and Cricket to kind of test their friendship based on money. But they kind of didn't go that route. I don't know. Maybe just make it too big deal out of nothing by taking a point out for that. But, So yeah, right. So that's the end of the episode with the quiet photo booth. Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting something. What happened with Alice and Brian? Alice retrieved Brian back to the mother. Oh, it's time for your orthodontist appointment. No. And then Alice said, oh, it was an honor, ma'am. And they're back to hating kids. And that was the end of the episode. Okay, so what should I rate this episode? Let's see. Sorry, just give me a minute to think. And sorry about this episode kind of being, I don't want to say like random, but I just kind of wanted to get some plot points out of the way, like kind of talking about them. Sorry. In the comments, if you say you don't really like that format, you like my original format, just talking the episode how it is and the point by point by point. I don't do that more often, so sorry about that. But try something new. And I also want to get out of the way. But let's see. 95. surprisingly, if you're really surprised, I would give this episode a 90%. I thought this episode was fantastic, and I love how we are celebrating Remy's birthday. I love Alice's plotline. We got something about her with the war, and if you're hearing the screeching noise, I'm so sorry about that. My headphones were charging. So, sorry about that. I just noticed it. My brain and my ears catched on, and it was like, what's that noise? But taken care of. But maybe you couldn't hear anything, and I'm just wasting your time. But who knows? So yeah, I thought this was a Wait, actually, I'm just revaluing some things. I'm just double checking some things. Hold on. You know what? I'm changing my mind. Yeah. Yeah. I know it's not really a big change, but I thought it was a great episode. I'm giving it an 80. Solid 80. I think it's good. Yeah, I would say basically, again, the whole birthday situation where Cricket doesn't explain. I really thought they were going to go with his financial situation. I thought that was the way they were going to go, with Cricket looking at the presents, kind of thinking, I can't spend that much for my best friend. Like, I thought that was going to be a big part of that, but it didn't really go that way. Maybe I make it too much of a big deal on this. So that was the first thing. Second thing, the whole Tilly Mole situation. I don't want to talk about it again. I don't want to talk about it. But if you stay for the whole entire review, you know what's going on. I don't need to explain it again. So that's the second thing. The third thing I would say would be, it would be Tilly unplugging the machine, because you're just not supposed to do that in arcades. And also, it kind of gave Cricket an edge to kind of break the rules a little bit. I mean, Cricket kind of had a good cause by getting his best friend a present, sort of. But, and even Tilly didn't intend to do that, but still. So that was another thing. And Cricket and Bill just going crazy on the machine. But I know he just wanted to prove that he was really into it, but I thought it was kind of too much. So that was the 4 main reasons. Yeah. It was mainly the Tilly and Bill stuff. But I'm glad they resolved it by playing air hockey, and they both agreed that pucks are meant to be hit. I'm really glad they worked things out. But so yeah, 80%. I thought I'd give this a solid B. Yeah, and everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you guys later today for the second half of episode, I'm pretty sure this is 19, called Hertzbike. And also, there's a clip for that one also. We're on a streak where both segments get clips. Awesome. So I'll see you guys later today for that. Okay. Bye.